Karoline Leavitt has reappeared and instantly collapsed during a pathetic interview on Fox News with Maria Bartiromo. Maybe this is why they've been keeping Karoline Leavitt hidden. Karoline Leavitt has I don't know if I would call it the skill or the ability to, no matter what she's talking about, sound righteously indignant, completely righteously indignant and sanctimonious when it comes to whatever issue she's being asked about. It could be as nominal as like, do you like cheesecake? And she would sound righteously indignant and she would sound sanctimonious. Here she is saying that it is time to get rid of the filibuster.
And that's why President Trump has said Republicans need to get tough, they need to get smart, and they need to use this option to get rid of the filibuster, to reopen the government and do right by the American public. We know, Maria, based on the polling and based on common sense, that the vast majority of this country wants the government reopened. That's what President Trump is willing to do. That's what he wants, and he's willing to use any lever to make it happen.
I think that this is a lie, not only insofar as Donald Trump seems to have no eagerness to get the government open. I think it's a lie insofar as I think Trump loves the government being closed. The more closed the government is, the more Trump justifies getting away with doing whatever he wants like an authoritarian, which is the way that he likes to rule at the end of the day. The topic of trade deals came up. And Leavitt says we have trillions pouring into the country because of tariffs, ignoring the little tiny detail that the tariffs are paid by the American companies that import the products.
Look at what President Trump has been able to do by leveraging tariffs and leveraging the might of the United States economy. We are the #1 consumer country in the world, and every country around the world knows it. It's because of tariffs that President Trump has been effectively able to cut so many tailor-made trade deals with so many countries around the country. Look at what around the world. I mean, look at what he just did in Asia. You had Malaysia, you had Japan, you had South Korea, trade deals all over the place, trillions of dollars of investments pouring into our country because of his effective use of tariffs.
None of that is happening. There are two ways in which this is a lie. Number one, the tariff money itself is paid by American companies. It's crushing farmers. It's crushing manufacturing. It's a disaster. It's a tax on imports. That's all it is, paid by the importer. Secondly, Trump keeps insisting trillions are pouring in. That is very much untrue. And Trump will often cite completely made up numbers, 7 trillion, 9 trillion. I mean, it's crazy. But what Trump is doing is when someone in the Middle East says to him, hey, we would consider 600 billion in investment over the next 10 years if the projects are right. Trump goes, I'm bringing back 600 billion with me. It is not real. And I believe Karoline Leavitt knows it isn't real. And she is just repeating the same lies that Donald Trump is telling. Now, you want to see an even bigger lie? Here is Karoline Leavitt saying that Democrats are trying to renegotiate the healthcare system they created, by which I guess she means Obamacare. This one is so impenetrable. Even Maria Bartiromo just sits there and lets the lies pour out of Karoline Leavitt's mouth.
We certainly hope so. Look, we hope the government opens tomorrow. We have been saying this for 32 days in a row. The Democrats want to try to renegotiate the entire healthcare system that they created, by the way, and that's why they're holding the government hostage.
Democrats did not create the healthcare system. The healthcare system being linked to employment and for profit goes back to the period between World War I and World War II. It has nothing to do with Democrats. What she means is Democrats voted for Obamacare in 2010, and Republicans have been doing everything they can to destroy it. And now Democrats want to try to fix some of the things that are broken. I've started hearing from people about their premiums. We're going to have on Friday Feedback, we're going to have some messages from people talking to me about their premiums. I already told you, mine is going from $747 a month to like $950 a month if I keep the same plan. Open enrollment has started now, and I'm planning to look at what other plans might be available. These are skyrocketing. It is not because of the system that Democrats made. Democrats tried to put a Band-Aid on a terrible system. The Band-Aid is Obamacare. And then Trump came in and got rid of the funding for the Band-Aid. He couldn't get rid of the Band-Aid, so he just got rid of the funding for the Band-Aid by saying no more individual mandate. Karoline Leavitt must know this. And she says she is on her knees for Jesus. Would Jesus appreciate this level of dishonesty? Here's one other lie technique. She again talks about leveraging tariffs, but see if you can spot the lie here.
Well, we do have backup plans, and the president's trade team is working diligently on those contingency plans. But ultimately, Maria, we are hopeful that the Supreme Court will rule on the right side of the law and do what's right for our country. The importance of this case cannot be overstated. The president must have the emergency authority to utilize tariffs. Look at what President Trump has been able to do by leveraging tariffs and leveraging the might of the United States economy. We are the #1 consumer country in the world, and every country around the world knows it.
Now, what did she do there? It happens to be true. We are the #1 consumer country in the world. But that was the case before Donald Trump took office. It was the case before Donald Trump took office the first time. It was the case 9 months ago before Donald Trump took office this time. Saying that is true doesn't have anything to do with whether it's because of something Trump did. And there will be low information people who will go, wait a second, she's right. The United States is the biggest consumer in the world under Trump. But it has nothing to do with Trump. Just because it happened doesn't mean that it was because of Donald Trump. So Karoline Leavitt, she seems off her game lately, if I'm honest. She's not making the same, she never told the truth, but the lies are much more brazen. And there's less of an attempt being made to sort of soften the lie with plausible deniability. Something's up with Karoline. Who knows what it is? We've got a great bonus show for you today. We're going to talk about the Halloween terror plot that Kash Patel talked about. Apparently, it never existed. We will talk about the new plans for testing nuclear weapons. And we will talk about the effect of the penny no longer being in production in the United States. All of those stories and more on today's bonus show. Remember that for November, we are donating every first membership payment on the website and every first membership payment for Substack premium subscriptions. We are donating all of that first payment to Feeding America, an excellent nonprofit. I'll give you an update tomorrow as to how that's going. Many of us know all too well about the sticking, rubbing, and chafing that you can get with traditional underwear. Our sponsor, Sheath Underwear, have created unique boxer briefs with multiple ergonomic compartments in the front, which prevents skin on skin, and that means everything stays separate, comfortable, dry, and cool. You will have a boost of confidence when you're out and about. I've known so many people who were skeptical about those compartments. Friends who say, I heard that ad for Sheath. What about those compartments? And then they try it. And then they're amazed at the comfort and breathability when they finally try it. You will thank yourself. Plus, Sheath has brand new materials like bamboo and mesh for even more cooling comfort. They will be the most comfortable pair of boxer briefs you ever put on. No more sweatiness and chafing and readjusting, especially at the gym. It's a lifesaver. Give Sheath Underwear a shot. I've had a great experience. I think you will too. Head over to sheathunderwear.com/Pakman and get 20% off with code Pakman. The link is in the description.